Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you know what to do. Hit that subscription button and the bell so that you can be notified whenever I post a video. Currently it's one per week. We'll work on that and make it more. If you're a returning family member, why, thank you for always coming back. You know I appreciate you. Today I want to talk a little bit about how we treat ourselves and how it is that we see ourselves. I was having a conversation with my best friend yesterday, Camilla. Y'all supposed to know about her by now. If not, come on guys, really, you've missed out on quite a few videos, maybe most, if not all, because I'm always talking about her. But that's not the point. The point is, why aren't we very kind to ourselves? We are our worst critic. We've heard that since the beginning of time, apparently. But why is that so though? Have you ever thought about it? For instance, for me, I spoke with you last time about my weight gain and how insecure I got, and so I got rid of a lot of my clothes, and I also refused to buy any more because I'm like, oh, this is not how I want to look. But you know what, I'm living now. I'm alive and living now. So it's important the exposure keeps changing because I'm using natural lighting, guys. So each time the door closes, maybe I should go and fix it. The exposure changes with it. Anyway, I was saying, why is it that we're not kinder to ourselves? So I went out yesterday to get some stuff done, and of course I don't like to do window shopping, but I had reason to go into this store to get something, and then I was walking. It was a hot day. I needed the AC anyway, and I was told there was a sale. Mark you, I don't buy things because they're on sale or because they're cheap. If I don't need you, I don't care if you're coming from $1 million to $1. If I didn't want you when you were at $1 million, trust me, at $1 I still don't want you. So I don't buy things just because they're cheap or just there and I can purchase it. Okay, that aside, so I went into the store and I wanted to pick up this very same blouse, and it's not even an expensive blouse. I picked it up. I tried on quite a few of them. Wanted something that fit really well. Some didn't work. This one worked, and I went up to the cashier and I'm like, okay, I have stuff to do. What's my budget like? Come on, I can't afford a blouse. God no. And I went up to the cashier punched it in, and then she told me the price, and I was like, ugh, can we cancel it? And I was walking away, and I'm like, I buy meals for, and I'm talking in Jamaican dollars now, guys, sorry, I'm Jamaican. So I've gone out and just bought meals for $1,400, $1,800, $2,000, $2,400 without blinking. Like, I can just purchase food, and when it comes on to traveling and all of that, I just take my money. If you're gonna take me hiking, I don't care how much, just take it. But when it comes on to clothes and certain things, I realize that it's easier for me to purchase those for persons than it is for myself. Sometimes I find, and I'm talking about me now, I don't know if it's for you, sometimes I find that I will go out of my way, I will put my hair out of curls for people I love, to give them things I would not necessarily get myself, because I'm like, what's in the bigger picture? Do I need this now? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't budget, and I'm not saying you shouldn't say, do I need this now? Is this important? Do I really want this? Can I afford this? And all of that. Those things are important. You need to know how to manage your money. What's happening? But at the end of the day, you have to know how to be kind to yourself. You have to learn how to look at yourself and be willing to spend money by yourself, because sometimes we expect others to spend on us when we aren't even willing to spend money on ourselves. And I find that was just a little part of a bigger issue. A bigger issue because it's not just in getting our blouse that we become unkind to ourselves. Sometimes it's how we talk to ourselves, what it is that we say to ourselves. Why is it that we tend to look for the negative things about ourselves, the things that we don't like, the things that we think are ugly? Why is it that we always pay more attention to those things? When we look at others, we tend to say, oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, I love that dress on you. Oh, your hair, what is it that you did to it? And then for ourselves, we put on a really nice top that compliments everything else that we have on that probably brings out your eyes, that brightens your smile or something, because all these things are to complement what it is that we have naturally. And at the end of the day, sometimes we look in the mirror and we're like, why does this lash look like this? Like, honestly, and I'm saying lash because I'm trying to point out that it's minuscule things that we search for and complain about. And I find that the more we complain about things, the more we find one thing wrong with us, two things wrong with us, is the more that we find additional things. Your brain automatically goes there. So you start example, me again, I'm sweating like a pig, it's hot. Bear with me. For instance, I told you about the weight gain. I told you that it's concentrated in my middle section, because many of you would have commented and said, oh, but Ruth, and you look completely fine. And I do look fine. I'm pretty awesome, and I'm grateful for that. And it took me a while to get here, but here is where all the fat lingers. So instead of getting this, you know, I now have this. But you know what? This is what I have now. I'm going to love it and live with it until I get it back to where I want it to be. But besides the point, I found that I was so concentrated about how much I hated how my stomach area looked. I hated it to the point where that hatred started seeping in, and the things about myself which I loved, I no longer loved, because I started finding faults with them. I started looking at my eyes that my mom and I always laugh about, because we're always like, oh, those ravishing balls of fire. And I found myself saying, my eyes look tired, my eyes look this, my eyes look that. I love my hair, and I found myself saying, oh, the texture feels different, it just doesn't look the same. Guys, honestly, I've always loved my thighs. I started finding faults with my thighs. I started finding faults with my fingers. Every single thing, until it got to the point where Ruth, who loved to look at herself, didn't want to look at herself. I was no longer kind to myself. I stole my own happiness. I stole that kindness from myself. And the question is, why is it that we do that? Because I don't think I'm the only person. I'm not the only culprit. How many times have you looked at yourself and instead of seeing the beautiful smile that you've been blessed with, you see a chipped tooth? And instead of being grateful for the fact that even though you have a chipped tooth, your teeth are pearly white. Why is it that we tend to find the little things and have them take over our entire lives? I don't know, but I think it's time that we change. Or do I know? I don't think I know, but my mind has been going towards one thing, and it keeps telling me that it's because growing up, society has taught us to feign humility. And yes, feign humility. And pride goes before a fall, and of course nobody wants to walk around proud. But you have to have pride in yourself. You have to love and respect who you are. You have to be proud of the things that you have worked on, the things that you have accomplished. You have to be proud of yourself, because we ask so much of persons, but it starts with us. And because society says, when somebody gives you a compliment, apparently don't just say thank you. Say, oh, you know, this old blouse, I just threw it on. Say thank you. Feign humility no more. Be grateful for the things about you that you love and the things that you've worked hard to accomplish. Be kind to yourselves. Not just in terms of what you purchase, but in terms of what you say and what you see. And not only will that spread throughout your entire being, it's contagious. And soon the persons around you will catch it. They'll start being kinder to themselves. And when you're kinder to yourself, you can't help but be kinder to others around you. So instead of pointing out something negative, you're always looking for the positive. You're always looking for the good. You're always looking out to be kind to other people. And then before you know it, you'll find happiness. Not because it was lost, but because it was always inside of you, but it was hidden because you weren't kind enough to look for it within. that's it for today's video. That's not the video I had planned, but it's the video that you've gotten. Anyway, thank you so very much for watching. I can't wait to catch you in the next one. I have a really nice vlog with my friend Kensuki, who came from Bahamas, and we spent an entire day just doing random things around Jamaica. That will be the next vlog, and some more exciting things are happening this weekend. And of course, I'm taking my trusted camera because I want to capture those moments so that you can live vicariously through me for those until you get a chance to do it yourself. And until then, thank you so very much for stopping by. Can't wait to see you next week. Bye bye.